Peace and blessings, collective. Welcome to another version of our Wealthy Wednesdays happening here live on our Facebook and our YouTube connections. For those of you who are new, we do this live each and every Wednesday. So Wealthy Wednesdays happens every Wednesday, and every Friday we are doing Financial Freedom Fridays. Each and every week we are dedicating our time and our energy and our enthusiasm to bringing you guys new methods of building health and wealth. I am Hadidah from This Red Tent / Only Love Herbals. I have my sister Kagemni here with me from the Wholistic Healers Network. Down below, you can find both of ours connection information. So if you would like to be able to get in touch with either one of us after this, please go and follow or look down in the description box below. So today we're going to be discussing a couple of things. We're going to discuss first the optimal health, then we're going to jump into wealth, and then after that we're going to talk about something that's an opportunity that we've all been or both of us have been really excited about. Kajimi, I'm gonna shut up for a second. Do you have anything you want to say?
Greetings! Yes, so happy to be here. Happy Wealthy Wednesdays. As Hadidah stated, we're going to be talking about health and wellness. Well, we know that health is our true wealth. Without health, you really don't have any wealth. So we're going to be talking about different ways to or touch upon different ways to build generational wealth, and then just talk specifically mostly about one that we're really excited about. Let's get into it.
Okay, you want to start off?
Sure. So, as we mentioned in previous Wealthy Wednesdays, we talked about how to leverage life insurance as being a vehicle to utilize to gain generational wealth, particularly with the whole life policy, the index universal life insurance policy in particular, where that one has the cash value and the death benefit. Um, and you can also put more than your premium in there, like as opposed to using a bank, utilize your life insurance policy um, to put some extra money in there, and it has better interest rates as opposed to a bank where you put your money in there and they offer you probably what 1%, not even 1%, 0.1%, if that, for the whole year. So the life insurance, you could borrow against your cash value, and it comes out tax free, and then it's still going to be going up because of the return on investment, the interest rates, and then also you still have your death benefit. But not only that, you can please get it with living benefits. That would be the options to have chronic, critical, and terminal illness added to there. So just in case, God forbid, any of those things would happen, then you're still able to sustain yourself and still have your death benefit. You can take up, if it's terminal, up to 90%, if it's critical and chronic, up to 50%, and then still have your death benefit in there and still have your cash value gaining, still growing. So it's just a all win-win situation. And then again, if everyone, this is become your own bank, if everyone in your family has these policies, then boom, you're creating this cash value in your life insurance policies. And then let's just say, some of the people in the family might want to start a business or might want to buy real estate or things of that nature, something else to um, give you an asset to gain some passive income. Then you could just utilize your life insurance policy and borrow from it, again, tax free, as opposed to going to a bank. That way you're paying yourself back, you still have your death benefit, your cash value is still growing, and then you have this other wonderful asset that you just bought that is going to create some residual income. So and then, God forbid, like I said, if some one of those cases happen to you, the chronic, critical, or terminal, then you could still sustain yourself. So that's just one of the vehicles that the wealthy use that we don't use, we don't know about. We have taboo about talking about it in our African community because we think, oh, if we talk about it, it's going to happen tomorrow. Like, no, someone was saying, I heard on Path to Prosperity, which I love those brothers. They was talking about, you get car insurance just in case. You get phone insurance just in case, but you don't get life insurance just in case. Like, we gotta prepare and stop like going, oh my gosh, somebody passed, so we gotta go fund me. Plus, you could utilize it while you're alive. That's why it's called life insurance.
Well, the crazy part is though, because like, I mean, if you ask me, I'd rather deal with the life insurance and drop the other insurances.
Right.
Because how often do people really get into accidents? You know what I mean? Like, they happen, but a lot of people don't get into accidents. So that's money that we're pouring in every single month that we never utilize. How many times do you really like drop or break or destroy your phone? And we pour money into that every single month, and that's a lot of times money that people don't even utilize. But something that we know for sure is going to happen is death, and then people don't utilize it. And it's just like, the concept is crazy. You know, they don't get life insurance. So I love when I hear people say that.
Yes, that's the most
Yes.
important thing. They don't know to utilize it now. Get these cash value policies. Put more in it than the premium. When you get these big income tax returns, put that money in there. Then just pause and be like, okay, let it grow, and then let me go buy me something that's an asset, instead of as soon as we get our income tax check, we just going, we buying a car, we buying Jordans, we buying big screen TVs, rings, things like that. Buy something that's going to create passive income, because again, we often talk about what's going on in this world. You got technology coming out, AI, people is losing jobs, big companies like Amazon and all of these big companies, they're firing people. Then what are you going to do? What's your plan B? That thing about, go to school, get a good job, get your 401k. That's old school. You got to have some plan B's, C's, D's. You know what I mean? Because stuff is getting ready to go down. The whole economy is changing to a paradigm shift of digital currency. That's what's coming down. And that's another vehicle. Speaking of the digital currency, the cryptocurrency. People at first, the government was like, oh, that's a scam, it's a scam. Then you're hearing all these things happening, and they're creating these big things happening, like, oh, this one went bankrupt, oh, you can't get your money out of here. Because why? Because they want you to be like, oh my gosh, no, I don't want to get into it. But behind the scenes, they're creating their own digital currency, so you could still utilize their platform, so they could still gain all the money. Because when you utilize their platforms, like us now putting our money in the bank, as soon as you put your money in the bank, the banks are loaning your money out to other people. You don't get the money from it, and they offer you a 0.5% for the whole year. You know what I mean? So we just gotta like
change our mindset.
Yes, big time.
It's a mindset shift. Yes. When you were talking about, darn it was something that just came to my mind. Oh Lord.
Life insurance, crypto. The bank.
No, it was about crypto.
Okay.
Man.
Say some stuff, and then maybe
every time last week you mentioned it, and I wanted to say something, then I forgot what the thought was, because everything that you say in my mind is like, yeah. So I'll be dropping what the heck my thought was. So I'm just gonna leave it alone until it comes back, if it comes back. So on that note, right? So last week, and for anyone who's coming in, if you have questions about anything that we're talking about, please drop them down in the comment box below, and Kagemni and I will answer them throughout the session. But last week, we just, on Financial Freedom Fridays, we were discussing different investments, and some of the community came forward and was like, can we talk about real estate investments? And I thought that was a really good idea. So Lord willing, on Friday we can jump into real estate, and I can bring you on, because I know that you've had experience with that, and some other sisters, where we can talk about real estate and using that as a form of asset building, and even get into financial freedom. So so let's switch really quick to health, okay? So for me personally, one thing that I love, and I know a lot of people are like, when I say it, but one thing that I love, or that has really helped me to live in a better state of health, and that I felt really, really good when I do it, is colonics, like colon hydrotherapy. So colon hydrotherapy is one of my favorites because I'm literally going and they're using this kind of like a pressure water system where they're using gravity to allow the water to flow into the colon, and you hold it as long as possible and then they release the water out of it. But it allows you to get like your whole entire large intestine rinsed out
Yeah.
and remove the waste, because let's be real, y'all, 99% of the diseases that we experience in this life starts from the colon being, not being able to rid the body of waste. Therefore, our blood becomes toxic. Therefore, our liver has a hard time being able to just excrete the waste that we need to be able to excrete, and it can't cleanse the blood properly, and then that turns into other issues. So if we just started at our colon being cleaned regularly and being conscious about blood cleansing and detoxes and the foods that we are eating, especially being some of the things that we should be focusing on, we would drastically change our health, the concept of our health. Is there any healing modalities that you've tried that has helped you with I mean, I know colonics we've both vibed on before, we both are fans of, but anything else?
Oh gosh, acupuncture. I love me some acupuncture. Just the feeling of laying there and getting, when you get acupuncture, it opens up your meridians. So our bodies are wonderful. I don't want to say machines, but they're just wonderful. Like they'll heal themselves if we just give them the proper nutrition and exercise and sunlight and air,
Mhm.
the elements. Um, so acupuncture just opens up the meridians and allows it to flow, just for the energy to flow, the blood to flow freely, and everything to flow optimally, so that wherever you having some ailments with whatever areas, it can heal, open it up to healing. So I love acupuncture. I love the chiropractor. I was working on a train for 21 years as a conductor, and you get bounced all around and things of that nature. And not even just that, just getting it regularly, because we get shift out of balance, period. Um,
Mhm.
and so going to the chiropractor, getting adjusted, getting aligned. Oh my gosh, they twist you all kind of ways. I know people are like, Larry, oh no, I don't know about that, because they doing like they cracking your neck. And you like, oh my gosh, are they gonna like, am I gonna die? Like, oh my
Right, snap my neck off.
God. I'm like, man, I couldn't wait. I would be like, oh yeah, I'm going to get my adjustment. I even have my children, going all the time, so they still go. So I love it. I love that, and I don't know the name of it, but I go and get your blood oxygenated. I forget the proper terminology of what the actual thing process is, but it's
Mm.
called. But yeah, you go, take your blood out, they oxygenate your blood and put the blood back in there. And I'm telling you, when you get the blood back in there, you feel like rejuvenate. You see the world clearly. Like when you walk out,
Mm.
you just like, oh my God, you feel different. You're seeing clearer, and you just feel so much better. So as you stated too, with the dis-ease being in the colon, that part too, we really need to keep that colon clean, because we eating that meat, and it takes, I think, 3 days for meat to digest. So by the
Mhm.
time that
Mhm.
meat to digest and it came out, you like ate how much more meat, since then. So yeah, keeping your colon clean is really, really optimal. I just love all those different alternative modalities, and to taking care of ourselves. So
Something that I've adjusted myself to, and I do quite often, especially even when it's not during the month of Ramadan. Right now we're fasting, but outside of this time, I tend to do like alternations between full meals and doing like just juicing kind of regimens, because it gives your digestive tract an opportunity to process the food that you have already eaten. We eat way more than our body actually needs on a regular basis. And, for me, I will never forget like going to Dr. Mike, which is my naturopathic doctor, because every naturopathic doctor needs a daggone doctor. But
Yes.
going to Dr. Mike and him being like, Hadidah, you actually don't eat enough. Like you are killing your metabolism. And I'm always underneath the impression, or, one of my things that I have a problem with is like, I'll get to it later. And because of that, it's not healthy. I know it's not healthy for us to like not eat at all. Your girl can go 6 till 6, 7 o'clock at night and not put nothing in my mouth and be okay. I mean, other than water. And for me, that's not an issue, but my body doesn't like it long term. And I know that a lot of people are into intermittent fasting. And so rather than just going long periods of time, what I've tried to start doing to help my thyroid, get back in alignment and everything, and, really get my body working at its optimal, is to adjust my eating schedule so that I will do some fasting with just water or just juices in one portion of the day, and then eat meals at a later portion of the day. And sometimes go full days of just juicing. And I know that, you are also a large fan of juicing. Something else that's really big to me and that I feel like has really, altered my life as well is reflexology. So, I'm really big on working on it. Like, if you know me, I've probably had your feet in my hands at one point or another. But I'm really big on working with the reflexology, because you can literally activate every, as Kagemni was talking about, meridian that acupressure flows through. You can deal with each of those meridians through the feet and like pushing those different pressure points. So activating the feet and activating the organs that are having a hard time dealing with dis-ease, and even, massaging those areas and doing different, depending on the rotation, depending on the dis-ease or the discomfort that the person is experiencing, rotating to the left or to the right, alternating the energy to either push energy in or pull energy out of, and all of those different things. Like, I'm really into reflexology as another form. um I encourage everybody, especially those who are dealing with serious ailment or disease right now, and cancer is on an all-time high and rise. I really suggest that even if you do have a regular physical doctor, that you also get you a naturopathic doctor. They are
Yes.
going to test your blood. They are going to talk to you about your lifestyle changes. And so it's kind of like, to me, the same as if you go to a regular therapist and if you go to a life coach. It's two things that are designed to kind of be the same, but they take different approaches of healing. It's the same thing with going to a regular, Western medicine physician or going to a naturopathic doctor. If you go to a regular a regular Western medicine physician, that physician is going to tell you all the things that um anatomically it could possibly be wrong, or how you can improve your health on a medical basis, meaning medicines and intrusive procedures and surgeries or whatever else. When you switch your concept to a naturopathic doctor, they're going to start at the root cause of whatever your ailment is and work its way up. So for those who are suffering with diseases, suffering with cancer, suffering with fibroids, endometriosis, any of those type of things that are like chronically um killing, women of all ages right now, not just BIPOC women, but women of all ages and all races. I would really suggest that you go and you talk to a naturopathic doctor, because they can do a rundown of your body, your blood, your health, and see how they can help you to alter different things inside of your lifestyle that will be able to help you get to optimal health. And for me, that was always something that was really, 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 really important. To get a holistic approach, not just one side. I think the other thing that's so beautiful about naturopathy is that it does allow you to um, deal with the ailment from all areas and not just dealing with medicine, because a lot of times we tend to get put on all these different medications, but they are only dealing with the symptom. They are not getting down to the root cause of the ailment in the first place. And so, I know for me, I encourage all of my clients that, and even my, the sisters that I'm dealing with a long term, like far distances, away from me, that are coming to me for, yoni steaming and to heal different ailments with their womb, I'm constantly suggesting to them to find a naturopathic doctor in their area that they can go to, not instead of, unless that's the path that you choose, but in addition to, whoever you're going through. And a lot of times, no, they don't take insurances, but their fees and their prices are so reasonable. They're only like $50 or $60 for a consultation. At the very most, I think like 120 I've ever seen. But along with that, you're getting like all your capsules or whatever you might need as a startup medication for you to be able to start your healing journey. And that's really what we need. We need to get down to the source of the ailment, not just scrape across the top and take off take off the foam. You know what I mean? We need to actually get down to the root of it.
Absolutely.
So one therapy that has really helped me to drastically change my health is yoni steaming. Like, I was diagnosed with and suffered with fibroids for a really, really, really long time. And it was yoni steaming and natural herbal supplements and teas and just total lifestyle change that really helped me to be able to deal with the fibroids and cysts that I was experiencing, along with a whole slew of other ailments. So
I'm sorry,
you
anytime
fine.
I interrupt you or whatever, but I'm expected my
Is
first.
she in labor?
No, she's saying that 7 to 9 minutes the the contractions.
Oh my God, we about to have a baby.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt midstream and like.
You fine, child. You fine. So, with that being said, I do want to segue really quickly into the Holistic Healing Club, or shopping club that we have become a partner, and a marketing executive of, and really trying to help bring the concept of holistic health to our community, on a consistent basis. I think, being in a shopping club like this really helps you to be able to see where every area of your life there is some sort of pollutant. And so in those areas where, I know for me, a lot of women in my community are suffering with specific ailments, are suffering with, fibroids, endometriosis, cancer, I mean, whatever, you name it. They're suffering with these different ailments, but they're not realizing how everything that they are using throughout their life is creating another problem. You know what I mean? Like, for example, they just did that whole ban on Tide, Gain, and Arm& and Hammer in New York City.
Yeah.
And I can remember talking to some of my community, and my community would be like, "Oh, wow, really? Oh, okay. Good to know." And it's like, just because they ain't banned it in your state, what are you talking about?
Right.
Like, are you really getting ready to still keep using the stuff that has carcinogens inside of it, and
Right.
carcinogens cause cancer? They're cancer-causing chemicals. Why
Yes.
are we still using the same thing? You know what I mean? And the thing that I love about the shopping club is literally everything that I needed to change my lifestyle over, or that I have throughout the years studied and realized were causing cancer, I'm able to find a natural holistic solution inside of the shopping club. And the best part about all of it to me is that I'm able to actually earn compensation just from telling my friends about the same opportunity for them to switch to a holistic lifestyle. So you mean to tell me I get to help somebody possibly save their life from not having to walk into a state of dis-ease and cancer and whatever else, and on top of that be able to make a compensation for it? It was
Yeah.
a win-win situation for me. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I don't know if you have anything that you want to add about the shopping club.
It's
I mean,
just
there's so much to it.
you could convert your whole household, get all, as Hadidah stated, convert your whole household. It's not just the Gain, the Tide, the Arm& and Hammer. It's everything that we're utilizing and using to clean our house. You know, think, okay, I'm cleaning everything. Then I start, when I'm cleaning, I start like getting headaches, or I start coughing or sneezing or whatever. You might even break out in a rash if it touches you and things of that nature. Like these are harmful. They're harmful, causing chemicals in there. They're creating us to be sick. And this online shopping club is awesome because they have non-toxic products. And like you stated, you just switch the stores, switch where you're shopping, switch the stores, switch the stores, and shop and share. And they want to compensate you very well just to come and switch the stores and just share. And you can will it. We're talking about generational wealth. And you can will it and leave it as a legacy to your family. This is another vehicle to optimize. Just switch. Like, okay, we got 8 people in the family or whatever, or however many. Like, listen, yo, you eat, we all gonna do this. You eat and you eat and you eat and you eat. Like Oprah said, you get a car, you get a car. Like, yo, you eat and you eat and you eat, and you can eat and eat for generations to come, people, with this platform. And the sky isn't the limit. You want to make 5 figures a month, 6 figures a month. Don't be like, oh my gosh, that's impossible. How can you do that? No, Swift change their mindset.
Yeah, everything is a mindset.
Yes.
Everything is a mindset. We doing this 55 days of transformation right now on the channel every day, and we're coming together as a collective, manifesting optimal health and overflowing in abundant wealth. But if your mindset ain't there, you ain't gonna be able to switch nothing. People be like, oh, I tried such and such, but it didn't work. Well, that's because you still have a dis-ease in your freaking mind that resonates to your heart, and that also allows you to live in that constant state and keep on doing the things and living the lifestyle that creates the dis-ease inside of your body.
Yes.
How do you expect that you're ever going to be able to advance past a space of dis-ease if you are not changing your mindset? And that's changing your mindset on the products that you purchase. That's changing the mindset on the stuff that you eat. That's changing your mindset on the things that you say. That's changing the mindset on the people that you allow to penetrate you. That's changing your mindset on the things that the people you surround yourself with. Like, you got to change your mindset in order to be able to level up your life. You can't live a life of optimal health or massive abundance and wealth by staying in the same space that you in. You see what I'm saying? Especially because, when you start surrounding yourself with wealthy people, you start realizing how much your mindset has not been leveled up. I know coming into 2023, I don't want to say I've been around, I never really been around poor people, quote unquote, but I have never been around people who were millionaires, and now I'm surrounded by millionaires. And so the only thing that can happen is that I become a millionaire. Like, there is no way to get around that. Like, you can't navigate around that. When you surround yourself with people who are making that kind of money, you have no choice but to change your mindset. And you don't realize how much your mindset is off key until you get surrounded by people who are in that space of making money. But the crazy part about this, and what I love about Melaleuca, the shopping club, is that when we are in this, not only are we building our wealth, but we're also shifting our mindset to the point where, child, I don't remember what the heck I was getting ready to say.
Ramadan brain.
Ramadan brain for real. I break my fashion. I can't even think about what my own words was in the middle of what I was
good. It's like change your mindset, switch your stores, shop and share, be a multi-millionaire. Utilize life insurance, get some crypto, buy some precious metals, buy some real estate. Yes. But anyway, and create these legacies, man. Every other culture is doing it. We got to step up. We be the ones we've been waiting for. Nothing outside of ourselves is going to come and save you. You got to save yourself, okay? It's a big mindset change, man. And it's happening. This world is changing. Technology, digital, all of that is happening. Whether you want to be scared of it or not, you're going to be in it, because this is just the way of the world. So you might as well just capitalize on it. That's what we got to do. Capitalize on and create these different streams of income and leave this generational wealth. And then, but the most, like we're talking about, the health is the wealth. Like this is on a store with non-toxic products. Are you serious? And they want to, if you just share, they want to pay you handsomely. Like, yeah, come on. And it's all word of mouth. It's a debt-free company. So they ain't worried about, they ain't going to, been around since 1985. They ain't worried about, oh yeah, if the economy go down, if this is happening, inflation, recession, all of that. They like, we good. We got everything straight up cash, and we debt free. And if you, it's word of mouth. We don't pay for no marketing. They're the makers, the manufacturers, the distributors. There's no middleman. So they save so much money in there. So all the savings that they do with marketing and being not having the middleman, they want to reward us with it. And it's just a mindset change. Just switch your stores and
Yes.
share and shop. Like, come on, let's do this. It's easy. It's so doable. It's so doable. So it's just a win-win. It just makes too much sense. And then ultimately it's non-toxic products. Then they're in partnership with a lot of other stores that you're used to shopping with it, and they give you massive amounts of benefits and perks and savings with utilizing those stores. So what are we doing?
How about we was in the back looking the other day? They got Coach, they got Macy's, they got freaking Hertz, they got Enterprise, they got Verizon, they got all these different places. I was like, they got mad perks just for being a member of their shopping club. You make all these different savings, and then they pay you back from the purchases that you make with those places. I could not, like, I'm just like, to fathom walking into something like that. You know, I think what I was saying before was that I was praying to be aligned with people and having my wealth aligned in a place where what I envision for my life, what I envision for my companies, what I envision for my family, what I envision for my children and their children and their children and their children, is to be a space of having abundance and not to be like ain't no lack ever. You see what I'm saying? And so in 2023, I just feel like we are finally stepping into that space where everything is leveling up. And there's such a huge consciousness shift across the globe that we don't have a choice but to level up. You know what I mean? Like the universe in the world, everything is moving at a rapid pace and it's leveling up. So either you can level up and stay within the times, or you cannot level up and get left behind and be at a real disadvantage. And I mean, by all means, if someone wants to help me, because that's really what they doing. They got they stuff. You know what I'm saying? They good. They've been in business for 40 years. They millionaire, trillionaires because they done sent out. I probably should have. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say that. But anyway, they done paid out a lot of money helping people level their lives up. That's what I'm gonna say. So with that constant, being surrounded by people like that. Oh, that's what I was also going to say. So being surrounded by people who are leveling up their cash, but also doing it in my eye. That was big for me. So you will see millionaires all the time talking about some, oh yeah, get this money, get this money, get this money, but they are exchanging money for their morals, exchanging money for their principles that they say that they so-called lived on, exchanging money for their spiritual beliefs. This company is like, we are helping you live in optimal health and become debt-free. And we are doing it without any kind of compromise of our morals. You know what I'm saying? We aren't doing this and saying one thing on the top and then really is something else. And so for me, the people that I introduce my community to, the people that I get involved with myself, that's important for me, that those people are aligned mentally, emotionally, spiritually with something of a higher vibration, that you aren't just, saying one thing and doing something totally different. Specifically by building wealth, because I'm like, never mind. I'm gonna wait until a Financial Freedom Friday to get into that.
Yes, this is
awesome. So following this, you guys, for anyone who is tuning in, or ladies, We are going to be doing a live shop party that you can come and you can join us with. If you are interested, message Kagemni or I down below, or if you're whatever platform you're joining on, message us and let us know, and we will send you the invite link. It is invite only for the shopping party. We will be doing it tonight at 8 p.m. And so we hope to be able to meet you over at the live shopping party.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say, Queen?
No, other than I'm excited. People, let's do this. Let's create this generational wealth and legacy. Let's stop being the ones getting left behind. We are Our community is the one who makes all the other communities wealthy, right? We are the number one consumers for everybody but ourselves. We got to change that too. We got to change that. We are the ones that we're waiting for. Let's build this generational wealth and legacy so we can leave it to generations after generations after generation. And let's do this. Come on.
Wait, something that you said that I do want to touch back on really quickly.
Yes.
So when you were talking about the eight family members, just gathering 8 of your family members and telling 8 of your family members, like, listen, come together, let's do this, let's build to X amount of dollars, let's build to X amount, and take this money that we're building with and invest it into something. This is for you and I know that we've talked about this. This is a vehicle by which we are using, let's just be real, in addition to helping people level up their health, we are using this to help invest in ourselves and in our goals, our intentional communities, our companies that we have started, our networks that we are building. Like, we are using this as seed money to catapult us forward. So, like, if you have something right now that you want to be able to do or figure out how you can get the money for, but you having a hard time figuring out how to do it, this is your solution. We're doing it. Like, we're literally doing it. If you're trying to figure out how to get seed money for a goal that you've been wanting to start, if you're trying to figure out how to level up your health and get connected with people who are not only walking the walk and not only talking the talk, but also walking the walk. If you want to figure out how to get in touch with and bump shoulders with some millionaires, like, this is where to be. Like, this is not just about the product. And last week you said it's like, it's not about the product. Like, it's about the product, but it's not about the product. It's about a major shift in your thinking and in your pocketbook. Like, straight up. You know what I mean? And that whole concept of just get 8 friends, 8 family members, 8 somebodies that's ready to change their freaking current situation and really change it. You about to build generational wealth beyond measure with this company. And you can come into this as a trust, as a corporation, as an LLC, or as a sole prop, and be able to use it the way that you want to. But to be able to also will it to your family is something that's major. And that, for me, because we are so large on building generational wealth, that was something that was major for me. You know what I mean? And so I'm excited. I'm grateful to the Most High for aligning me with this. And like I said, I'm telling everybody that I can possibly tell, because I know there's plenty of people in my community who like, oh, Hadidah, I don't know how to do whatever, or I've been suffering with whatever, or what. Like, we got to be ready to change something. You know what I mean? Not live in a state of insanity, live in a state of optimal health, abundant wealth, and the whole 9 yards. So, with that being said, if you don't have nothing
else, thing you was mentioning, okay. But 8, what's 8? Infinity.
Infinity, yes. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yes, infinity of wealth, legacy. Yes. It's in alignment, as above, so below. Come on, people.
Yes.
That's all I gotta say. That just hit me, and I just had to share it.
Yeah. Word. Oh Lord, we're gonna have to come on Friday and bring a whole nother aspect of this.
Yes, I'm excited about that. Yes. So I'm excited. Let's do it, and thank you, and have a good night, God night, joyful night.
Yes, God night. For anyone who's interested in hopping on the live invite only shop party, message us right now in the comments, and we'll send you over the link. Peace. We hopping off.
Yes.